Hello, guys. Welcome back. Let's get started. So we are on going up here to content to get to our lesson. We got here by going to classes, and from classes we went to ELA, and that was our homepage. And then we hit content, and it has taken us here. Going to scroll over. We are in Unit 2, Poetry and Persuasion. So I'm going to click on that to expand it. And we are on lesson 2.07, Writing Roadmap. As always, there's no assessment attached to this one, but you will need notes from this one to do well on your persuasive writing narrative. I'm sorry, persuasive essay writing assignment, as well as any final quizzes. All right, let's get started with the lesson introduction. Writing Roadmap Introduction. By now, you should have chosen your topic, done any necessary research, and decided on your purpose and audience. In this lesson, you will read about developing a clear thesis statement and using an outline to organize your notes. After you finish the lesson, you will write your own thesis statement and prepare your outline. So again, if you've not chosen your topic, if you have not done any research, you need to stop and do that. Pick your topic. It needs to be something that you're interested in. It needs to be something that you can prove a point about, that you can get others to see your viewpoint. Then you need to use at least 2 physical types and 2 online web sources, digital. And then you can choose on the 5th one. Or if you have reduced writing assignment, you need to still use 3. One that's a book or a magazine that's hard copy, one that's digital, and then the 3rd one you get to choose. All right, scroll down and let's go to slide 2. Oh, did I finish reading that? No, I did. So we're going to get ready to talk about thesis statements and writing an outline. Let's go ahead and click on our student guide. Again, it goes over our lesson objectives. It goes over our materials. We have a graphic organizer and some keywords that we're going to need to know. Let's go ahead and go over the keywords before downloading the graphic organizer. Coherence, a sensible presentation of smoothly connected ideas in a paragraph or essay. Evidence, a specific detail such as a fact or expert opinion that supports a reason. Order of importance, organizational pattern in which details are presented from least important to most important, or from most important to least important. Pattern of organization, the order by which details are arranged. Reason, a statement that explains why something is or why it should be. Now let's go ahead and download our graphic organizer. It downloads right here. Then you click on the arrow up and click open. And you always have to click on this enable editing button so that you can type right in it. You should not have to print off a bunch of stuff for my class. Very rarely should you ever have to print. I try to make this a printer free. So fill in the topics indicated. Remember to turn your informal, you do not have to turn this outline into me, but do go over it with your learning coach. Make sure before you start writing that y'all agree that you've got a good setup and you're ready to start the writing. So right here, you would put in your thesis statement. What is your thesis statement? So if I was doing mine over water conservation, I would talk about it is important to preserve and conserve water for ourselves and future generations. Okay, the hook. Have you Have you ever not had running water in your house? Was it fun or a huge what's the word I'm looking for? Not really problem, but a synonym of a problem. I'm just going to put problem for now, and I'll look up in a thesaurus to find a better word later. All right, or was it fun or a huge problem? Sort by writing your reasons in order. If you are ready, you can list short descriptions of your evidence next to each one. Okay, I haven't fully researched this, so I'm not going to do all this for you, but any of those things, remember it showed you how to organize your notes. So any major, you should probably have 3 to 4 major points that you really want to hit home. Like on conserving, it would be, we're running out of drinkable water. I do know for a fact that 1%, now the world is covered, is 72% water, but only 1% of that is drinkable. And think every time you run water down your sink, flush your toilet, any of those, that's fresh, clean water that's being wasted or being used. And we need to think about how we're using it. Do we need to flush every time we go to the restroom? Do we need to take a 20-minute long shower? So things like that. So be thinking of your arguments. That's kind of what I was doing. If you need to talk it out with someone, talk it out with someone and jot down things. That's okay to do. This is the planning part of the process. And then kind of once you have all of your evidence laid out, then think of a conclusion paragraph where you're going to just kind of sum everything up and like say, in summation, for these reasons, blah, blah, blah. This is why it is important to preserve and conserve water for our future generations. Period. Okay, that's what we're looking for right there. All right, I'm going to just put this off to the side. We kind of did it together. And now I'm going to click on the main one again and go back to, we're ready to go to module 1. Patterns of organization. How do you think a persuasive essay should be organized? Should the reasons and evidence be presented in any particular order? Why? Remember that reasons are a statement that explains why something is or why it should be. Evidence is a specific detail, such as a fact or expert opinion, that supports a reason. Should they be in any order? Why? Let's see what your answer is, and let's see if you're on the right track. The way your essay is organized will influence how it is read and how easy it is for the reader to understand your points. In addition to planning what you will say in an essay, you have to think about how you will say it. Whatever type of essay you write, you must present your information in some kind of a logical order so that your essay will have coherence. Coherence is the sensible presentation of smoothly connected ideas in a paragraph or essay. Among the patterns of organization you have read about is the order of importance. Patterns of organization, the order by which details are arranged. When you arrange details in order of importance, you're presenting them from least important to most important, or from most important to least important. So we have to decide is, do you want to finish strong with your argument, or do you want to start off strong? Okay, pick one of the two. You either want to start with your weakest point and build to your strongest point and finish strong, or you want to start strong and finish with your weakest point. And then kind of when you sum it back up in the bottom one, refocus and remind of your strongest point. Slide 2. What comes first? Some writers of persuasive essays like to put their most important argument first to make strong impression at the beginning. Other writers prefer to put it last based on the theory that the reader remembers best what they read last. Choose the order that you think will work best for you. Not right or wrong, just use one of the two. When you begin to put the points of your essay in order, don't worry if you can't decide whether a point should be number 4 or 5. You don't want to be that precise. Just put your weakest point or points at one end of the list and your strongest points at the other end. In the middle of the body, put points that are about equal in weight. Put them in any order that makes sense to you. Keep in mind that paragraphs with related topics should be near to one another. So even if you got a strong point with a weak point, but they're kind of talking about the same thing, you'll still want to put those kind of close together. Building a point. Think about how Karen organized her essay. This is the last paragraph before the conclusion of the model essay, "A cat is not a can of soup." To me, the very best reason for adopting a pet is that you get back tremendous loyalty and love from your rescue pet. I happen to think that animals from shelters appreciate good homes even more than pet shop animals do, making them more faithful and affectionate. Which pattern of organization did Karen use to organize her essay? Did she use chronological order, spatial order, logical order, or order of importance? Okay. Well, chronological order goes with a personal narrative, and we are not writing a personal narrative. Spatial order has to do with a place in space. Not really. Logical order or order of importance is probably got to be one of these two. I'm going to go with order of importance and check. Yes. Okay. Now, here's where you want to open up that Word document. I'm sorry, it's opening up on the next page. Let me bring it over here if I can. Come over here. Yes, come with me. All right, there it goes. And you're going to click on New Blank Document. And we're going to title this 2.07. Oh, I want to put ELA because you have different subjects. ELA 2.07. What is the title of this one? Writing Roadmap. Review. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and go File, Save As, this PC, ELA 2.07, and I'm just going to put Review on this one. And slide over and click Save. And hopefully you have a folder set up and you'd be sure that it saves to that folder, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here. And once you do one of these, you want to copy and paste your document. So you want to copy, copy. And I'm going to do number 1. Okay. Oh, and I did it not the way I normally do it. I did copy and paste with the keyboard. I want to hit right click and use this clipboard right there so that it comes in. And I'm not ready to do number 2 yet. And I'm going to put Q for question. That's just the excerpt they used. And then I'm going to copy the question stem. And then right click and paste it. That's the question. Here's our answer. Order of importance, copy. Right click, paste. And then I'm going to put the reason or explanation for why that is the answer. Copy and paste it. All right, and then I'm going to backspace out and put my number 2 space, and I'm ready to go for the next one. All right, slide 3. Building transitions. There are several transitional words and phrases that are often used in persuasive paragraphs. They tell readers that the relationship between what the relationship between ideas is. When you write your persuasive essay, you will want to use transitions such as these: first, second, mainly, finally, important, more important, most important, a good reason, a better reason, the best reason. So be sure that you use some of those in your writing. And we're ready to go back up here to the top. Informal, we're in module 2. Informal outline for a persuasive essay. Once you have identified your thesis and organized your information in order of importance, you can begin to construct an informal outline of your essay. As you review the formal outline of the essay, a cat is not a can of soup, you'll notice how the author presents her reasons in a simple structure to get an idea of how she will be organizing the more detailed information later on. So here she has her introduction. The introduction to your essay should include both the hook and your thesis statement. So here's your thesis statement, which is the thesis statement lays out the basis of your paper. This is where you tell the reader what you're going to be discussing. Everything in your essay should be related to your thesis statement. Hook. The hook draws your reader into your essay. It is one or two sentences that make your reader want to read more. Then your body paragraph. It is the essay where you present your claims, reasons, and evidence. So let's look at her thesis statement. Adopting a pet from our shelter is sometimes smarter than buying one. Is that a very strong thesis statement? No, because of this word sometimes. Take out that word sometimes. Adopting a pet from our shelter is smarter than buying one. That's a stronger thesis statement. Hook. Have you been thinking of getting a pet? Wait a minute before you rush down to a pet shop. Okay, this question, asking questions is always a good hook. On her body, she's first going to start talking about pet shops are not always places to buy healthy pets. 2, animal lovers take good care of animals at the shelters. 3, shelter pets are often sociable and good-tempered. 4, the shelter workers can recommend the pets that are best for you. 5, you can get a purebred pet very cheaply at the shelter. 6, you are giving a home to an animal that needs to be in a stable household. And 7, your pet will reward you with loyalty and love. Conclusion. All right, and this is going to sum everything up and restate it. Whether you agree that animals are more faithful and affectionate or not, I think you really can't argue with at least visiting the Ferndale shelter. So again, here she does what we call acknowledges an opposing option, but then she refutes it by saying, even so, affectionate or not, I think you really can't argue with at least visiting the Ferndale shelter. You won't be wasting your time, and you just might find the perfect pet for your family. All right, slide 2. Complete the activity to check your understanding of how to write an informal outline. What is the first thing you should include in an informal outline? A, your thesis statement. B, a basic description of your reasons. Or C, your conclusions. Okay, pick your answer, check it. Once you know the correct answer, copy and paste the question, the correct answer, and possibly the reason into this review document. Once you've done that, you can pause the video and come back when you're finished. Now that you've completed the copying and pasting the question, answer, and explanation, you can move on to question 2. What types of information should be included under the heading body on your informal outline? A, detailed descriptions of evidence gathered from your sources. B, your thesis statement, or C, statements of your reasons? Click on your answer, check it. Once you know the correct answer, copy and paste the question, correct answer, and explanation into this review document. When you're ready, come back and we'll move on to question 3. Question 3, which of the following is not one of the subheadings that should be included on your informal outline? A, body, B, introduction, C, evidence. Click on your answer. Check your answer. Once you know the correct answer, copy and paste the question, correct answer, and evidence for that answer in your review document. You may pause the video to get that done. When you have finished copying all 3, you'll be ready to move on. So now that you've got all 3 of those copied, let's move on to Module 3. Writing your informal outline. Now that you have completed all of the preliminary steps and looked at a model informal outline, it's time to create an informal outline of your own topic. Download and complete the graphic organizer informal outline. Remember that you will not be turning in this outline to me, but please do share it with your learning coach so that they know that you're ready to start the writing process. Okay, so here is what that graphic organizer is. So if you've lost it from when we started, you can click download here. And again, come up with your introduction, your thesis statement, and your hook. In your body, start listing reasons. Decide whether you want to go with your strongest reason and go to your weakest, or your weakest to your strongest. Remember that ones that are kind of similar and attached together should still remain close to each other. And don't, last but not least, sketch out your conclusion of how you're going to sum everything up and restate your main good reasons and why you believe that. Final chance to try to persuade someone. I hope my husband did not just lock me in this room. Oh, okay. Moving on, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to check to see if there was more. I don't think there is, but I did not scroll down, and that's important. Okay. Nope, there was no slide. It was just this one slide. Okay, so we're good. This looks a little different because I'm still in teacher mode. Sorry, I forgot to switch to student mode. But this is pretty much how it's going to look like. Writing roadmap 4. All or nothing further practice with Greek and Latin roots. Memorizing the entire dictionary may be impossible. Memorizing Latin and Greek roots, however, can help you understand and master unfamiliar vocabulary. Greek and Latin roots can be found in many words that you encounter every day. Learning Greek and Latin roots enables you to understand new words, even if you haven't encountered them before. Review some of the Greek and Latin roots you have studied. All right, we have Latin root nihil, Latin root incipio, Latin root venus, Latin root negare. All right, to begin, nothing, deny, empty. All right, nihil, it looks the most like nothing, so I'm going to go with nothing, N and N. Latin root incipio. I think it means to begin. Venus. Oh, I remember that one was like empty, like I think of a vase being an empty vase, and that's how I kind of help remember it. And Latin root negare, to deny, negate. This kind of looks like negate to me, so deny. That's how I mixed that one up. Let's check and see. Whoop, whoop, we got it. So replay and try it on your own and see if you can get it. And if you would like to, if you hit this little button right here, it will download the answers. But do that after you've played it a time or two. I'll show you what it does. Boop, 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 boop. It puts it in text where you can do it physically. So again, it's a good note-taking strategy. Put your notes so that you can pass the quiz. Oh no, what did I do? I just moved it on the other side and it made everything disappear. All right, I'll get it back. Hold on. There we go. That's where we're at. All right, moving forward. Let's see, was there another? Oh, there is a slide 2. Glad I thought to check that. Practice more words from Greek and Latin roots. Let's practice working with words formed from these Latin roots. What is the meaning of the Latin root incipio? And again, I need to get my one up. Get it back up there. Incipio, A, to close, B, to begin, or C, to deny. Click your answer, check it. Once you know the answer, copy the question and correct answer into this Word document. Next one. Based on your knowledge of the root negro, what is the best meaning of the word renege? A, to destroy completely, B, to deny someone a promise, or C, to show something openly. Pick your answer, check it. Once you know the correct answer, copy and paste the question and correct answer into your review document. Pause the video if you need to. Come back when you're done. All right, moving on to question 3. Which word comes from the root vacus and means empty? A, variety, nihilism, nihilism, or vacuous. Pick your answer, check it. Once you know the correct answer, copy and paste the question and correct answer into that review document. Come back when you're ready. Number 4, based on your understanding of Latin roots, what is the best meaning of the word vacate? A, to leave or empty out a dwelling. B, to disprove. C, the beginning. Click on your answer. Check it. Once you know the correct answer, copy and paste the question and correct answer to your Word document. Come back when you're done. Question 5, which word means the beginning of something? Nihilistic, vanity, or inception? Click your answer, check it, copy and paste the question and the correct answer into your Word document. Number 6, which Latin root means to deny? A, incipio, B, negro or negare, or C, nihil. Oh my goodness, kitty. Okay, my kitty cat just jumped up here and is going to destroy everything. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to make it not destroy everything. Please don't destroy everything. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully you got that copied and pasted in while I was messing with my cat. All right, what is the meaning of the word vaunt? A, an outlaw, B, to show openly, or C, to boost or brag? Pick your answer, check it, copy and paste it into your Word document. Ready for the final one. Which word is based on the root nihil, meaning nothing? A, devoid, B, abnegate, or C, nihilism? Click your answer, check it, copy and paste the question and correct answer into your review document. Once you have all of those copied and pasted, it looks like we're ready to move to Module 5. Organizing your essay. Once you have decided on your topic and thesis, the next step is organizing your essay. A persuasive essay should follow a logical pattern of organization to have the greatest impact on your reader. You should begin by deciding how your essay will be organized so that you can set up your outline. What are some of the patterns of organization you can use to structure a persuasive essay? We've talked about 2 so far. Do you remember what they were? Let's check your answer. The patterns of organization you might consider are chronological, spatial, logical, and order of importance. I tend to lean towards the order of importance when doing persuasive essays. They just seem to make a little bit stronger argument. Once you have determined a pattern of organization, you should convert your research information to an outline. Your outline should include the most important pieces of information you will use, as well as your thesis statement, hook, and conclusion. You will use this outline to help craft your essay. All right. You're ready for Module 6. And that is it. That is all. All right. So be sure that you took good notes on this because, again, you will see these questions later. And plus, this is just going to help you write. It's helping you create your outline and get your organization together, discover what your thesis statement and your hook and your conclusion is going to look like, and the key points that you want to be sure to include in your writing and in what order you're going to present those. Baby, you got to get down for just a second. All right, I hope you found this very helpful, and I will see you guys next time. If you have any questions, please come see me at Open Office, or you can email me at ljordan@tva.hallsville.org, or you can call me at 254-307-0033. If your learning coach has not opted you in to receive text messages and calls back from me, please be watching your email or let your learning coach know that they may be receiving a call from me. All right, y'all have a great day, and I will see you next time.